Welcome to the NSIC Spotlight, the voice of the NSIC student athletes, powered by gpac. gpac, growing people and companies. I'm your host, Nick Cornder, Assistant Commissioner at the Northern Sun. Today, we are joined by Riley Jenkins of the University of Minnesota Crookston women's basketball team. Riley, thanks for joining us on the Spotlight.
Thank you for having me.
As we do each week, let's start with you telling us a bit about yourself.
I'm from Galesburg, Illinois. It is a medium-sized town about 10 to 11 hours away. I am a redshirt sophomore, and my major is exercise science with a minor in sports management.
All right, that's Western Illinois. Share your journey of how you decided to attend the University of Minnesota Crookston.
Um, it's a funny story. Me and Coach found each other on Twitter. I was in the transfer portal at the time at University of Illinois Springfield. We had two Zoom meetings, I want to say, before I visited Crookston. And then about 2 to 3 days later, I want to say, I called her and I committed here. So
In your second season with the Golden Eagles, who are soaring as last week they picked up 2 wins, including a huge 79-74 home victory over Northern State. Tell us about this year's team.
I would say our team is a very fast-paced team. As you can see, we don't have a lot of height on us. We're a shorter team, I would say. So we like to push in transition, get it up the court as fast as we can, get into the paint and kick it out. Just find the open holes.
You had a big part in those wins, averaging 24 points and 5.5 rebounds. How would you describe your style of play?
I would say I can do a little bit of everything as far as getting assists, getting rebounds, scoring. The main thing I would say have been focusing on this year is my defense. Coming back from injuries, with 2 knee injuries, I would say it's a little on the harder side to get back into defense, especially the transition from high school to college. So I would just say, just defense.
One of the highlights from last week was Emma Miller drilling a buzzer beater at the end of the first half against Northern State. Talk us through that play and what was going through your mind as she put that ball in the air.
It was a crazy play. I inbounded her the ball. Not a lot of teams or people, I would say, like to shoot if the time's running down just because, I don't know, it could affect their field goal percentage of blah, blah, blah. But we're always checking it up there at half or before the half ends or quarter ends. So I just inbounded her the ball and she launched it. And I was like, oh, that has a chance. And then, everybody's hands went up and there was a big momentum boost going into halftime. So it was pretty cool.
National attention on that play as it was featured on SportsCenter's top 10. What was your reaction when you heard it was on SportsCenter?
It did surprise me. We were all telling her, "Oh, that's going to be your second time being on SportsCenter top 10." So it's always a cool thing when you can get on SportsCenter for sure. So I'm proud of her.
We're talking about Emma Miller. She was a guest on the Spotlight last year, but from your perspective as a teammate, what is it like to play with her?
Um, she's an incredibly hard worker. I would say she's always in the gym. I would say she lives in the gym. She's constantly in there working on her moves. And you can see that in the game, just how she performs. Whether that's getting to her spot, she has that little floater. She's automatic when she gets there. So yeah, she's super hard worker.
I did talk to her last year right before break, and I said, "What are you gonna do for break?" And she said, "I don't know, go to the gym." So
Yeah,
not
she's
surprising to hear that from you.
always in the
Uh,
gym.
you've already equaled your win totals from last year with 4 games left. You sit in ninth place in the NSIC standings. What's Coach Monahan's message to the team this week?
Just finish it out. We know we have, more wins to go out of those 4 more games. It all comes back around to details. She preaches details. So I would just say finish it out, play our game, and
Coach Monahan is in her second season with the Golden Eagles. What's her best attributes as a head coach?
I would say the biggest one, to me would have to be she she just wants it so bad, and it's not even just for the program, but for us too. Whether that's she's always having individual film with us. She'll text us, hey, you want to come in this time, get shots up, come in this time, watch film. So she just wants us to get better each and every day. Wants the best for us.
Do you have any special routines you follow before a game?
This season, it's funny. It's not really a routine, but well, I guess I wake up every morning, and we have a little family group chat, and my dad will send in a little, happy game day text, and he'll always have a Michael Jordan, those little pictures you can send in, and so it's just funny. It's always Michael Jordan. he is the GOAT. But other than that, just have a good pregame meal, get a nap in sometimes if we're on the road, not really. And then always listen to music 24/7 that day. So nothing too
All
crazy.
right, no argument here with Jordan being the GOAT. I'm all
Yeah,
on board with that.
yeah.
But final question for you. What's been the best piece of advice you've been given during your athletic career?
I've been given a lot of different advice from a lot of different coaches, but I would say the main one that I guess resonates with me would just be trust the process. Had, like I said earlier, been sidelined from two knee injuries, so there's just like always thoughts going on in my head. Oh, like, will I ever be back to the same player I can be? But then it just comes down to really trusting the process and trusting the work that you put in. It just takes time to get back. So I would just say trust the process with everything that you do.
Oh, trust the process. That's some good advice right there. That's going to wrap up this week's show. Thanks again to our sponsor, gpac. Riley, best of luck to you and the Golden Eagles the rest of the season.
Thank you.